Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading. This week's video idea was actually a suggestion from Tickle My Soul. It's on what upcoming blessings you can expect. So yeah, super exciting. We have the 4 piles here as usual for you guys to choose from. We have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to pause this video for a moment if you need some time to meditate on which of these piles you feel the most drawn to. And then once you've decided, you can fast forward to the timestamp in the description box below. As always, thanks so much for watching, and without further ado, we will start with pile 1. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose this citrine crystal. Let's see what upcoming blessings you can expect. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Pentacles, we have Death, Justice, the 7 of Wands, as well as the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so we start off with the Wheel of Fortune, which I kind of see as the card of possibility, potential. There's a real openness and sense of timing with this card. So I think this could mean a couple things. First off, seeing that we have the 7 of Pentacles following it, I think that for many of you guys, you are going to be having a lot more time on your hands, or a certain time slot will open up for you guys to spend with a certain project or something that you've been wanting to cultivate for a while, but possibly that hasn't been as fruitful, or you haven't been seeing as much results from it. Especially if this is something that has been sitting on the back burner for a while, that you've been wanting to get to, but you just haven't had the motivation or the time. I do see you guys picking that up again and actually starting to see some fruits ripen from it. Possibly in the form of money, or just, yeah, if this isn't project in the creative sense, this could be a habit or some kind of character development, something that you want to cultivate, because the 7 of Pentacles deals with cultivation. Also, because of the Death card, and it's interesting that this is sort of the center focal point of this reading. Whatever this is will be transformed into something else. So what it may have been to you, or what it may have meant to you in the past, will take on a new shape, and it could end up being completely different. It could transform you. Yeah, that is super cool. Another thing here is that we have 2 7s, the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, and so I kind of see this as 2 separate things that are unfolding for you in a parallel time, or that could be joining up. Sort of like a marriage, right? When I pulled these cards initially, I got these 5 cards, but then these were at the bottom of the deck and also wanted to come out, I think. So these make perfect sense with that explanation of 2 things kind of joining up together, right? And the Wheel of Fortune also sort of supports that, because the Wheel of Fortune, as it deals with time, can also align certain things in our lives and coincidences. So this could be two separate, I don't know, hobbies or passions that you have sort of blending into one or pairing up together, right? So say if you're really interested in photography and art, but those have been kept separate, maybe you'll find ways to sort of conjoin them together to where it becomes art, or you view it more from an artist standpoint. That's just an example, but this is what I'm seeing. You guys are going to have a lot more time on your hands to actually put forth into one or multiple things that you have been wanting to cultivate and grow. And the wands are about action, motivation, right? And it's beautiful seeing that we have death and I was gonna say judgment, justice here, because things are evening out, right? You are going to feel like you have a lot more control over your timetables, your schedule, and how you plan out accordingly these different things, right? Another thing that I just noticed is that we have Scorpio here, and then the death is also Scorpio, so that energy is sort of guiding this blessing, meaning that something is being reborn or transformed. And I really think that you guys are going to see results from this initial thing that you have been wanting to pour more energy or more time into, especially financially. And because this is upcoming, right, it's going to happen fairly quickly, even though these energies can sometimes be more gradual or slower moving. These are big shifts that are happening for you, but especially dealing with your schedule, right, and the amount of time that you have to dedicate towards your passions and these different things that are aligning for you. Also, because we have 2 sevens, 7 is a lucky number. It rules spirituality, and there's a sense of things coming together and making a lot more sense for you, almost by divine timing too. And then, of course, the 7 of Wands represents you guys feeling a lot more in control over these things and able to manage your life, feeling on top of things. That's what the 7 of Wands ultimately brings. And then the Justice, of course, is balance and things evening out, so it doesn't feel as if one thing is taking too much energy out of you or squeezing, too much time from your day, but that there's a perfect balance and mixture, and things are going as they should and progressing in the right way. Let's pull you guys an animal spirit to see what kind of energy is guiding you. Okay, so we have fire ant. This is beautiful, especially seeing it surrounded by these wands, because wands are associated with fire. The fire ant specifically deals with teamwork. It's a very busy energy too. It's kind of about working together, cooperation, also energy. A lot of energy is coming into your life, and I think that has to do with, again, certain timings and just time slots opening up for you. So I don't know if you will have less work to do, or you'll get certain days off that you can then use towards these things that you're actually interested in. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, this promises a lot of potential, possibility, options for you to utilize. Again, you guys will have this kind of energy and motivation to get things done and to actually progress these interests or ventures. All right. Pile 1. Okay, we have a few. All right. Yeah, okay. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Again, we have that Scorp energy coming through very prominently. New moon in Aries. It's time to take action. That makes perfect sense because, again, wands rule action, and this blessing really promises a lot of fruits as long as you guys are actually doing stuff, you know, utilizing this energy and, you know, thinking about how you can use it. And then we have full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yes, I love this card because this is also confirming the one message that I mentioned earlier, where it seems like two parallel things in your life that are moving in the same direction will conjoin and sort of, you know, wed together. I feel like that's why we have both the King and the Queen of Wands. So this could be like your career sort of intersecting with some passions or things that really interest you. And that's again this Libra energy that we also have with Justice, which is represented by the scales, promises that these things are going to balance out, and also that you guys as well are entering a period of harmony. So not extremes, nothing is going to be or feel like too demanding on you or way too heavily. Both of these things are going to feel just right. And again, there's also this emphasis on growth and seeing immediate results in what you're doing as well. Okay, let's keep going. Pile 1. What upcoming blessings can pile 1 expect? Oh my gosh, wow, we have the 7 sisters. 7 again, wow. Okay, and then we also have card 32, self-love. I love this. We have pinks, and then we also have quite a bit of oranges in these cards too. So we have 7 again. 7 is really that number of cultivation. It is very lucky, as I said. So I think, again, you guys will have a lot of good timing. You might be in the right place at the right time to receive certain opportunities or to get certain information that is very valuable to you, that you can utilize. Yeah, I really think at the root of this blessing is timing. And so with timing, it can happen in multiple ways where there can be coincidences or a certain timing can open up for you, as I keep getting that, more so that you'll have more time on your hands to devote to certain projects that you have been either putting off for a while or that you haven't seen any growth or results in for quite some time. All right. So let's roll an Astro dice just to see if there's any last messages that want to come through on these upcoming blessings. All right, so we have Pluto, 7th house, and Sagittarius. Ooh, okay, Sagittarius. That is exactly this Wheel of Fortune energy. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so it's probably the luckiest sign. It's fire, makes perfect sense. Action, creativity, motivation, just energy, right? That's what's driving this. The 7th house is the house of relationships. Also, 7. Oh my gosh, you guys, 7 again. That is such a huge synchronicity in this reading. So if you see 7s in your daily life, or yeah, if if you just see 7s a lot, that is a sign from the universe that this is exactly the direction that you're meant to be in. And then we have Pluto, which is about transformation. Again, there are certain notes of scorpionic Pluto energy as well in this reading. And that is all about transformation, as I've said. So your life is being transformed right now in subtle ways. You're having more time on your hands, or more time is being made for, again, these parallel things. There's two, I really feel like that it's two things in your life that are being incorporated together, that are about to intersect, that have been running parallel for some time. But again, it could also just be like this main thing that you have, as I said, been wanting to work on for a while, but just haven't had the energy. You guys absolutely will soon feel a lot more motivated and energized. So yeah, I will leave this reading here for now. These were the main things I was receiving. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose the Aquamarine. Let's see what upcoming blessings you can expect. Ooh, okay, so we have the Page of Cups, the Empress, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Hopefully you guys can see all of these. Here we go. It's funny, with the swords, we have the 7, and then later on we go from the 5 to the 6. So I feel as though something has been bothering you. The swords can sometimes be a bit of an irritating or stressful energy depending on the context that they show up. But I feel though for you guys, especially, these swords have kind of been getting in the way of your life, or even of the way you feel about yourself. If certain judgments or opinions or things that other people have been saying about you have gotten under your skin, that is about to go. Also, these people too are about to go, because as you can see, the Six of Swords. Okay, here's what I think actually. Maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe, okay, 1, 2, or 3 people are soon to exit your life. This feels like a blessing in disguise. So it might not seem at first like something that is exciting, this blessing, but you will probably realize it after the fact, okay? Because I see you as the Empress, and the Seven of Swords card, these two figures look really similar, and you can kind of see how she's looking back over her shoulder. So I think looking back on these people or this general situation, you'll be able to recognize exactly what happened and what went down, right? And I'm not even saying that like there's drama or anything of that nature. This more so seems just like people who don't really care about you, who have been feeding you garbage, or who have asked too much of you and given too little, alright? So yeah, it almost seems like you, this Empress figure, is looking back on this with good riddance. So, as I said, this blessing really, it's like the words I hear are good riddance. That's what I keep hearing. And so I think you might not realize it right away, but after the fact, definitely when you let your mind clear of these swords, of these people who are like on the way out, you will definitely be able to look back over your shoulder with wisdom and maturity, okay? So I think really that's what's going on here with this blessing. Another thing that could also be happening simultaneously is someone new could be entering your life, or a new opportunity, this Page of Cups, that actually has substance. That's actually something that is real and that has something to offer to you. And so that's really gonna help you shift into this right mindset and let go of these people. I think they're gonna exit your life quietly though. They're gonna see what's happening with you, and I think that you are taking off in a way, either with your lifestyle, with where you're headed, especially seeing this new development, and they are gonna be like, okay, peace out, or I'm out. And it's easy for them because they're not as, or they weren't as invested as you were, okay? And so yeah, I'm seeing like one, at most 3 people who soon, so maybe within the next 3 to 4 months, will silently or slowly kind of move out of your life, okay? And this is exactly what you want. You just don't know it yet, alright? Once this new thing enters, though, you will start to feel a bit different, especially about yourself. This could be a new confidence boost, right? That comes with this opportunity, or with whatever this Page of Cups, whatever form it takes. Also, what I'm seeing with the Empress, this is Venus energy. I associate it with Taurus though, and so I'm thinking that in order to receive this blessing too, is that you need to sort of dig your heels in, okay? Taurus is really, it's stubborn. So it's all about not budging and not listening as well to certain people, okay? But it's really important for you guys that you are stubborn at this time and don't let other people's pressures or expectations get the better of you, okay? No matter how they do it, I feel like these people too, or these influences, because they don't have to be people necessarily, although I think for most of you it probably is, but these could be influences that make you feel guilty for not addressing them, or that pressure you to abandon other areas or other things that you actually, that are more important to you, alright? Taurus energy, definitely the way to go with the Empress. Alright, let's see what animal spirit guide is guiding you. Okay, we have buffalo. Beautiful. Buffalo is earth energy, very rooted. It's also a sacred animal, so again, I'm thinking of just you guys drawing more into your values and what really is the most important and sacred to you. And it's also funny because this buffalo is sort of looking in this direction, so it's kind of like you guys turning your back on these people who are going away or moving away from you anyways, right? And going just your own way, okay? The buffalo, it moves on. It's one of those migrating animals. So that's the kind of energy and power that you hold at this time, is that ability to see that things are less ripe over here, or just these people are drying up and they don't really have your best interests at heart. Or it could just be that they're going their own ways, and it doesn't have to be like these are bad people or they're toxic, but it could just also be that it's not meant to be, that they're going their own ways and it just doesn't align with your path and your values. And again, buffalo being an earth creature, it's related to this Taurus energy, just earth. You guys being very rooted in your energy, that's going to help you attract in this Page of Cups an actual substance, things that are worth your while, whether that's people, places. This could be a new setting, a new outlook that you guys incorporate, but it's going to help you guys really see what's going on. This blessing, you're going to realize it after the fact, okay? Or at least it's just not going to be as obvious at first. Pile 2. What upcoming blessings can pile 2 expect? Pile 2. Okay, so we have your commitment is being tested. I feel like that means your commitment to yourself. Okay, and we also have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. I also heard the people you need or the results you need are coming too. So again, with that, these other people or other influences that ask too much of you, or just that aren't reciprocating, or that have a negative influence on you altogether, are exiting your life, okay? It doesn't feel like there's going to be any drama or conflict or mess over it. It feels very timely, if anything, and also that these people or influences are going to just sort of peter out silently on their own. Okay, let's keep going. Pile 2. Wow, okay. I feel like for this pile, these cards are really stubborn, too. It's taking longer. Alright, we have the Sacred Serpent. The serpent or the snake is all about wisdom, mastery, transformation, shedding one's skin. I also think of the Kundalini and creativity, too. I think if anything, this represents you guys feeling more embodied and a fuller person, not having or allowing other energies to drain you or succumbing to other people's influences, unless they're positive or unless you yourself are on the same wavelength and vibration with that, then that's okay. But other than that, this is really about you guys coming more into yourselves, growing, maturing as a result of letting go of these people or these things that ask too much of you. Ooh, we also have the Lakota tribe. And universal love. I love that. Okay, so these pinks match. Also the Lakota tribe. Makes sense, the buffalo, that sense of tribe, community. You guys might find other people who enter your life who really just, again, fill your cup up and make you feel a lot more in your power, connected to self-love, who make you feel loved, and who have the same values and a similar path and vision as you do. So that's very important. This Empress card, I think, is really the most important card in this reading because it's you, right? And this is about you taking back what's yours from these other people, right? And I love as well that we just have this natural progression. It feels so timely because we go from the 5 to the 6. So those swords, they are moving away, or just these people. This could also be you guys sort of exiting a chapter in your life that was really stressful, or where you felt sort of undercut, spread too thin, like you didn't have the resources or the kind of support that you needed, right? This tribal energy, right? But now, going forward, this blessing has a lot to do with you guys not only coming into your own, but feeling just fuller, more abundant, in surrounding yourself, you know, attracting in the types of people or opportunities that actually are giving to you and filling your cup up, your cup up, that make you just feel a lot more fulfilled with life. Okay. All right, let's roll the Astro Dice just to see what else may be coming through. Ooh, okay, so we have North Node, Cancer, 10th house. Yeah, this definitely aligns with your destiny. It's meant to be. The North Node is all about karma, that point of aspiration where we're really trying to get to, you know? And then 10th house is the house of career, our legacy. This makes perfect sense because this is sort of where you guys are wanting to go to, and this card as well, your commitment is being tested. It's like, how committed are you to yourself and to your own values, things that you really treasure and find most important? Because the 10th house also deals with things that, you know, like commitments and things that we put on a pedestal, right? And same thing with the North Node. So that is the kind of energy that's really guiding you at this time, and that's really going to push you away from other things and people who aren't as invested or aren't on a similar path as you are, because they're going their own direction. But this is about you and your values and giving back to yourself. And lastly, we have Cancer, which is beautiful, seeing this universal love card here, and also this tribe, right? Cancer deals with that. It rules family, our roots, things that make us feel rooted. So again, this earth energy, it's very vital for you guys in order to attract in these blessings through paying more attention to your emotions, how certain people make you feel, surrounding yourself with influences or energies that just make you feel whole again. Cancer has that ability. It's the first water sign and it's cardinal, so it looks after things that make us feel at home and put us in our personal power. And for some of you guys, you might actually be attracting in a Cancer as well, because this Page of Cups, it could also be a relationship as well as opportunities, right? But yeah, these are the main things I'm seeing. So I will leave this reading here for now. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you liked it, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading for all of you who chose this beautiful Lemurian quartz crystal. Let's see what I love this it's kind of funny. It can sit up on its side like that. I'll just leave it. Okay. Let's see what upcoming blessings you can expect. So we have the 10 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Chariot, as well as the 10 of Swords. Can you see that? There we go. And then we also have the Page of Wands as well as the High Priestess. So this is really interesting. I think you guys have sort of been reaching or running into a dead end with something in your life. It could be a way that you've been doing something, or it could be a certain lifestyle or a set of choices. What's interesting here is that we have on each end a 10, so 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. So for this pile, I'm seeing this as two sort of opposite directions that you guys feel torn between. This could be two sides of yourself, especially seeing that we have the Lovers. Maybe for some of you guys, this could be two separate partners that you are trying to decide between, or two separate groups or crowds of people. This feels more like a choice that you guys have to make, or a path that you guys are going to be very drawn to. I think you guys are very tuned in and drawn to something higher, right? Especially, I see this as you, the Page of Wands, and this is your inner child, okay? That's how I see it. And she's looking up at this angel in the Lovers card, sort of looking down on her. So I see that as your guys' connection to the divine. You guys are especially tuned into that energy at this time. And it's because you guys are looking for that direction or that guidance. And then same thing with the High Priestess. So this Page of Wands, inner child, is what's guiding you at this time. Or it could be that that's the influence that you guys should let guide. You should look to for guidance. Especially with the High Priestess next to it. That to me signals that your inner child needs to feel nurtured, and also that is the wisest energy or influence that you have at this time, because the High Priestess is associated with knowledge, wisdom. She's depicted here with the laptop, so I guess that is sort of the modern symbol of knowledge, right? Kind of replacing the book or the written scroll. And so there's two things happening here. Maybe in the past or currently, you guys feel drawn to a certain way of life, okay? And here's the thing, this blessing has a lot to do with, like, I don't think it will come to you until you're ready, right? Especially mentally, to sort of accept it, right? Or once you're in this place, because this deals with where you're at spiritually. And this inner child is meant to figure this out. You guys are meant to figure this out on your own, right? And listen to your intuition. Definitely ask for support though. Accept guidance and resources from your loved ones. This Ten of Cups energy is all about family, right? And also the King of Pentacles deals with stability. So honestly, this side is about stability, family, longevity. This could be you guys choosing a more sustainable, long-term path or lifestyle that presents itself, or, you know, when you guys are ready to sort of incorporate it. It's very symbolic that we have these tens on the opposite sides of this reading, or in opposite directions, because one is obviously a lot more painful and doesn't end well, as opposed to this one, which is a lot more rewarding and all about fulfillment, peace. So I think this is the blessing. The blessing is something that's long term, that's coming into your life when you are ready to accept it, when you're in the right place, because this is really an investment. That's actually the word that comes to mind. Like, this blessing could be you guys, some of you guys maybe having a kid, being ready for that, or buying a house. It doesn't have to be material, but it's some kind of long-term thing that you want to invest in and have around for a long time, especially if this is a lifestyle. I think it's definitely part of a lifestyle, this blessing, because again, I think this is about the type of mindset and place that you're at on your spiritual path. Because again, tens, the fact that there's an emphasis on that in this reading means that this is about you on your journey towards completion, because the tens look over completion, endings of cycles, and there's a sort of inevitability about them as well, as you can see with these opposite ones, especially the swords. This is like endings versus also beginnings too. So far though, I think that this reading, there's clearly a sort of duality here, especially with the Lovers, seeing that these people, it's almost like two sides of the same coin, right? And you could go either or. And so I really see this as you guys being sort of torn or drawn in two separate directions, and making that choice when you're ready. Because again, this Page of Wands, inner child energy that's coming through very strongly, needs to sort of figure things out as they go, okay? Because I think also many of you guys sort of have been going in this direction for some time, and that's the feeling that I was getting earlier of sort of discontentment, you guys feeling fed up with something, like you're beating a dead horse or you keep running into a dead end. And it has to do with the way that you've been doing something for so long that it's almost hard to unlearn it. Okay, and so yeah, this could be a lifestyle choices. It could also be the types of goals that you've been driven by. Because the Chariot, this is the motorcycle, right? Like something has been driving you down a certain road for too long that just isn't giving you this 10 of Cups. It keeps giving you the 10 of Swords, which is not what you want. And so that calls into question, that makes you go back to the drawing board and say to yourself, okay, like, what made me feel good? Who was I? Who did I used to be when I was a child, right? Accepting guidance or support from your family, or even those who are just close to you, who seem like family, who are your friends, partners, right? They will help you as well, like, figure out what you need to do, pile 3, okay? So yeah, definitely look to relationships too, especially because she's looking up at the Lovers, which rules relationships, but also this Angel too. Again, you guys are more receptive to divine guidance at this time. So again, just remember that your inner child is actually, or should be, the driving force here. That it is the most, or the wisest part of your personality. And the fact that we have children in this card too, that is a strong message. I feel like some of you guys, you know, this blessing will or could have to do with kids, you know, like if you are thinking about having kids, starting a family, buying a home, even a business, this blessing could just seem like your baby, you know, something that you want to grow, you want to invest in, again, right? It could be material or other another form, right? But yeah, that's super cool. Okay, let's get you guys an animal spirit. Which animal's guiding pile 3? Let's get one. No, I'm not feeling, okay. I'm not feeling that one. Okay, which animal spirit is guiding? Okay, 2 keep wanting to come out, so we will take these ones. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have golden egg. That is beautiful, especially because I feel like this whole side of the reading is very golden, like this person, the skirt, the golden throne, right? This is exactly like where you're trying to get to, you know? And then we have the hawk. Hawk is all about vision, speed, again, like the destination, these 10s, right? Like, where are you really trying to get to? Pile 3. Because maybe that's the way you've lived your life for so long, is just sort of flying about, you know, going different places, but not knowing what's driving you or where you're actually trying to go, but just, you know, sort of going with the flow until you sort of lose track or forget what you were trying to do from the start. And the golden egg is about literally like golden energy. Eggs are associated with creation, fertility. So again, this blessing is sort of like that golden baby that you guys want to grow. For some reason or another, these cards and like the universe keeps asking you to get back in touch with your inner child. So I think the golden egg is sort of getting at that. Okay. Okay, let's get a few more cards. What blessing can pile 3 expect? Wow, okay, so we have South Node, don't let your past hold you back, as well as Full Moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. Yeah, this is sort of like this 10 of Swords energy. It's like something is on its way out. I also think that you guys are sort of entering a new chapter of your life, or you soon will be, because again, like, these readings are timeless and you might not actually be ready yet, or quite at that point where you're ready to let this blessing in, because it does seem like something that is so huge that could grow into something like a family or a house, or, you know, something that's so long term and inevitable, right? Again, with the tens. So that's what this full moon in Scorpio is about, is learning to let go. And also because both of these, like, don't let your past hold you back, it's time to release negativity, both of these cards go together because what they have in common is that emphasis on release, letting go, giving birth to something new, right? This hawk also helps with that too. Transformation, moving away from something, regeneration. Feels like you guys are really, again, rejuvenating that inner child and letting go of past experiences or past choices that you have made. Okay, let's roll the Astro Dice just to see if there's anything else that wants to come through for you guys. Pile 3. Okay, so we have Pisces, 4th house, and, or no wait, 4, Jupiter, and, okay, Jupiter and 2nd house. Okay, so Jupiter's about luck. This is, and expansion too. So this is really, you know, same thing with this hawk. It's like seeing something from a bigger perspective, the bigger picture, bird's eye view, the long term, all about that. And then Pisces is also about completion. It's the final sign. And I think Pisces is here as well to help guide you guys, like releasing things, leaning more into your intuition, asking for guidance. And it's a dual sign as well, so I can really see how this is about you guys growing where you're at in your spiritual evolution, and also seeking that emotional wholeness. Okay, and then lastly, 2nd house is the house of values, money. It's traditionally ruled by Taurus, so again, I think this blessing really is some kind of investment, and it's long term, okay? So once this blessing comes in, like, you better be ready for it, because it's big, right? Like, this Jupiter, it has that energy and it demands a lot, but also like the rewards and the fulfillment that you will get from it will only grow over time. So yeah, I will leave this pile here for now. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. For all of you who chose this Amethyst, let's see what upcoming blessings you can expect. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands, the Fool in reverse, the 3 of Wands, Temperance, as well as the World. Wow. Okay. So this is really interesting that we have the Fool in reverse. It almost feels like something is being overturned. Probably this 5 of Wands, which can be a pretty petty, immature energy. So the Fool in reverse is kind of saying bye to that. It almost seems like a farewell. It also feels like this could be, or could have been, a cycle in your life, like a Five of Wands kind of time loop that you've been stuck in, but that you finally like outgrown it or matured enough to where you've gotten out of it. Because the Fool in reverse is sort of like, you know, if this was upright, it would almost be like walking into this trap or walking backwards, right? But because it's in reverse, it's like you guys are saying bye. You've outgrown it. That's the cool thing about the Fool, though. I guess when it's in reverse, sometimes when cards are in reverse, it can represent the shadow side of that energy. But in this case, I'm really just getting that you guys are moving away from this Five of Wands, okay? Whatever this has been. But yeah, it seems like you guys have matured past it. And then we go to the Three of Wands. I think the Three of Wands is the focus or focal point card of this reading. Not just because it's in the middle, but because this figure has her back to us. She's looking off at the horizon. It almost feels like this Five of Wands clutter, or whatever this was, has passed, almost like a storm, and now the sky is clear, the horizon. You can actually see what's in front of you, or you can see beyond the bubble of your life. You're looking out at like new horizons. That's how it feels. So in that respect, I think you guys are ready to receive guidance, because now it's almost like you have this blank slate. This other thing that you've moved past or that you've outgrown is out of the way. So this Three of Wands is sort of like, okay, now what? Like, where do I go from here? And I think that's where this Temperance card and also the World is coming in. Because the Temperance card, I see this almost as like a guardian angel that you guys have. I think you have divine guidance or divine protection, especially when this blessing comes up for you. This guardian angel, it could also be an ancestor as well who's guiding this, but I do feel as though you are in a blank slate period, and so this Three of Wands is all about planning and sort of looking to the future, okay, and therefore making goals or making decisions, right? And seeing this direction. And so this angel or Temperance card is helping you to figure out where you want to be, especially long term, because the Three of Wands, these ships, they could be returning to this person after long being sent out, or they could be leaving to come back in a year or more. So yeah, the Three of Wands, it deals with that homecoming, but also it can represent the opposite of planning out logistics, you know, like these trader ships, when they're going to return, how many goods will they have when they return. So that's kind of like where you're at right now, pile 4. And that's kind of this blessing. I think if you do make plans or goals during this time, they will come back 3 times fold, or exactly how you envision them to be. And that is the beauty of Temperance as well, because Temperance is very realistic. It's magical. This angel, she has 1 foot on top of the water, like she can walk on water, and then 1 foot on land. So it's kind of like, I don't know, dipping your feet in different ventures, but ultimately achieving a kind of moderation and being able to manage things. Temperance is a very good energy for planning and for manifestation, because it's about knowing what kind of amount, like being realistic, what kind of amount of energy and time do I have to put into these goals, to put into these ships, so that they come back the way that I want, and that they turn out how I envision. It's funny, these cards, the World and the Three of Wands, sort of have that in common, because the World, obviously the worldly perspective, seeing things from a broader view, right? And then also with the Three of Wands, sort of looking out beyond yourself into the future and saying like, or seeing where you want to go, seeing where you want to be in the future. This is very future focused, but I think, I don't know, we'll pull more cards, but so far, pile 4, I think this has to do with you guys being more powerful when it comes to manifesting and like planning out your goals at this time. Those will come to pass, okay? Especially because as I said, I think you guys have divine protection, so whatever you do decide to pursue, you will be able to stay on track. These ships will stay on course and definitely like come back as they should. Okay. Let's see what animal spirit guide is leading you right now. Okay, so we have the stingray. That's interesting. The stingray never comes out. Okay, here's what it says for stingray. It says, developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old and the new. Yeah, the new. Challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. That is basically like where you're at with the Three of Wands, pile 4. You're like, okay, should I take a risk like this Fool? Or should I be more cautious? Should I have this more temperance kind of approach? Okay, it says pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again, as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So when in balance, it's eager and wants to grow. Yeah, okay. So the stingray makes perfect sense with where your where you're at, because it deals with sort of delving into the unknown, taking on new challenges. And I have a feeling like you guys are sort of in a period where you're trying to figure out and plan what your goals are. And, you know, should I take on more responsibility or more challenges? Will that be more rewarding for me? Or, you know, should I stick with the familiar, which is easier? It's what I know, right? So there can be that kind of intimidation with the stingray energy of like meeting new people, meeting circumstances or situations that seem challenging and unforgiving, right? But again, you have protection, you have divine guidance. And so the stingray is just forcing you really to get out of your comfort zone and to explore new avenues, to see what other options and possibilities might be out there for you, and to really kind of just pursue that and see, at least try something new, even if it's scary or even if it seems really risky. I think that's where this pile and this blessing is going, is really pushing you into deeper waters or waters that are uncharted, unfamiliar to you. And that will help you grow. Like, that's what this world and this temperance is for. It's for helping you guys reach your potential and maximize this gift, this opportunity with where you're at, and, you know, being able to recognize that too. So let's get you guys some Moonology cards. Okay, so we have don't let the past hold you back, South Node. Yeah, so don't let past experiences cloud the choices you're making right now, okay? Because you are encountering something completely new. This isn't, it might look like something that you've done before, but it's not. Or at least you're gonna be given the choice or the opportunity to do something different with this chance. So don't let your south node or like the way things have been for you in the past steer the choices or the kinds of decisions that you're about to make. Pile 4. Okay, we also have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, this feels like a period for you guys, as I said, where you're in transition again, like you're planning things out. You've just gotten out of this, like, whatever this 5 of Wands cycle was, and you're on your way to something new and brighter, right? So this is a good time for you guys to really just listen and kind of see and observe your surroundings, right? Where you are, how you see yourself, how you want to see yourself in the future, right? So be easy on yourself, you know, like no matter. Also, if this Fool was you guys opting out or giving up on a situation, don't beat yourselves up about it, because it's over. Like, you're over it. We're all over it, right? Now, this is like the new. You guys are focusing in on the future and new possibilities that could be coming in. So this is the perfect time for you guys to plan, to sort of relax and be easy on yourself. Okay, we will get a few more cards. Pile 4. This one keeps wanting to come out. Universal love. Okay. Oh, also this is card 14, and then Temperance is card 14. So 14 is sort of that middle number. It makes sense because you guys are sort of in the middle of certain periods. You're in a transitionary phase, so you're not really either or. 14, also 15, those are middle numbers, right? 14 could also be of numerological significance, so maybe like the 14th day of the month in 14 months, or 14 just in general. And this universal love card, it kind of reminds me of the World, because they both have that bigger, expansive energy, right? And I think this is coming out as a reassurance that you guys you have that divine universal support and love backing you. And so there's nothing to worry about. Like, you guys, you got it. And this blessing too, I think really is that growth and, you know, fulfillment that you're gonna get out of trying something new. But also of course the success, because I do think you guys will be successful with this, because the stingray, this is usually a pretty like successful creature, I would say, and great with strategy, again, planning, getting technical, taking risks, and just expanding your horizons. So yeah, the biggest message for you guys is don't limit yourself, don't let your past hold you back. And also be easy on yourself, you know, like don't worry about messing up or failing at something. You guys will be fine. Pile 4. Let's get one more. Pile 4. What blessings can pile 4 expect? One more. And we also have card 28, Ancient Dragonfly. That's beautiful. You guys, you're ready to fly, or you will be. The Ancient Dragonfly. Dragonflies are a symbol of luck, prosperity. They're a harbinger of good luck and good times ahead. So again, like you guys, this is sort of like what is set for you, what's meant to happen, and what's waiting for you on the horizon. I have a really good feeling about this pile that things will work out for you, or that, you know, something may come of this period that you don't expect or that you weren't prepared for, but that is equally just really, you know, welcomed and rewarding, okay? And the dragonfly is also a creature of wisdom, so again, it deals with lessons, learning these larger lessons that the world and temperance are guiding you on. And also, I keep hearing just getting your wings, or learning to fly, learning to do something on your own, maybe. So I think there's also the chance for increased independence, especially financially, you know, personal growth too. And again, just expanding your horizons and your opportunities, the opportunities that you do have available. Okay, let's roll the Astro dice just to see if there's any last information that wants to come through. What blessing can pile for expect? Ooh, okay, so we have Mercury, first house, and Taurus. Ooh, okay, so Mercury's about knowledge, honestly, like knowledge, communication. It can also rule short distance travel, so sort of moving from one phase to the next. I think you guys are undergoing that. And then we have first house. So I also get the feeling too, like this blessing has a lot to do with putting yourself out there physically, or taking a physical leap, or a leap of faith. You know, this could be like taking a risk, or again trying something that you've never done before. This is the first house. There's like a first for everything. And even if this seems like something that, you know, you could go a more familiar route with, or where you could stick to what you know. I know that temptation is so strong, right? But don't do it, okay? Don't fall into that trap, especially because we have Taurus here. Taurus can be prone to that. Really, what I'm seeing with Mercury, Taurus, and first house is, again, thinking through what you want to manifest, and that any planning, any kind of futuristic goal setting that you do make now will really pay off. Taurus is all about like the long-term future investments, security and stability, right? So ultimately, I think that this blessing is like the gift of experience and the lessons that you learn while doing this. But also, you know, of course, the success and like the rewards that you reap from it too, because again, you guys have a lot of luck, a lot of lucky energy, so I think you will definitely come out on top or be successful in what you seek, okay? So yeah, I will leave this pile here for now. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a super amazing day. Stay awesome, and I will see you guys later.